if you have greater than, absolute value of x greater than 1, suppose. Ask yourself, what could be the values of x? X can be positive, can be negative, okay? If this is the 0, this is minus 1, this is 1. Now, what could x be? If it is positive, it has to be bigger than 1, here. Type, if it is negative, it has to be less than minus 1. See? That's the meaning of the absolute value bigger than 1, meaning the values could be 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, positive or negative, but big values. Okay? So that's why you have two intervals in this case. How do you write the answer? Here, this piece is x bigger than 1, or another piece, x smaller than minus 1. So I have two intervals. One bigger than 1, one small. So that's the rule now. So if I give you this question, then you have to write me this answer. X is, if you remove the absolute value, make it x bigger than 1, like this. Or another one, which is you change this, becomes smaller, and you change the one positive, you make it negative. Two changes happen. Okay? An example for this. If I give you the absolute value of x is bigger than 4, you tell me what? X is bigger than 4, or x is smaller than minus 4. Okay? Type. If I tell you, I have here, for example, our questions, look at our questions. You have x plus 4. Okay? Is it x plus 4? Oh, no, it's not x plus 4. It's 5x minus 1 bigger than 5. Okay? Whatever is inside, which is in this case 5x minus 1 bigger than or equal to 5. The other case, or the 5x minus 1 as it is, becomes what? What is the relation? Yeah, exactly. Less than minus 5. Less than minus 5. So that's two changes happen. Okay? Bigger than becomes less than, and the 5 becomes minus 5. In the second solution, or in the second interval. The first interval, the same. You just remove the absolute value. It becomes exactly the same. But the second one, the inequality change, and the 5 also change. So remember this is the rule. Now after that, it becomes easy. Just follow the steps of the solution. Bring the numbers together. Yeah, I just bring this number here. So this becomes 6 here. Okay, and that means x is bigger than 6 over 5. The same thing here. I just bring the numbers together. So this will become minus 4. Okay, and the x divided by 5, so become minus 4 over 5. Okay, so I have two intervals. You can graph them as well to see where they are in the same real line. So here you have minus 4 over 5. So I'm graphing this one here because this is a negative, minus 4 over 5 here. Okay, minus 4 over 5. And it's smaller. Smaller means I shade to the left, like this. And I'm going to graph this one because the 6 over 5 is a big value, which will come here, 6 over 5. So I'm going to shade this also to the right. Why to the right? Because this is bigger than this value. Bigger means to the right. Okay, you understand? So there's two things. This is positive, I write it here. This is bigger, I shade on the right. This is negative, I write it here. This is smaller than, I write to the left. Sometimes both of these values are positive. Sometimes both of these values are negative. You pay attention. You put them where they should be, placed. Okay, and of course, because of the inequality sign that has equal, then you should have a bracket here, and you should have a bracket here. Clear? Okay. Type. The special case. What about the special? If you have the absolute value of x bigger than minus 5, what could be the values of x? Or again, x plus 1 or 2x plus 1, anything bigger than minus 5. Again, that's a special case where this is negative. You need to think about it. Is it possible for the absolute value to be bigger than minus 5? Yes? Yes, the absolute value is always positive. And positive is already bigger than minus 5. For sure, positive is bigger than minus 5. So this is for sure. This is guaranteed. Well, if it's guaranteed, then when I ask you what are the value of x, you should tell me.
Bigger than minus 5.
Yeah, what is the value of x now? What is the value of x that makes this happen? Any value of x here, 0, 1, 2, big, small.
2.
Any value of x. What do you think the absolute value will be? will be always positive. Can the absolute value be negative? The result of the absolute value can be negative? No. So it's always positive or 0, right? For any value of x? Yeah, for any value of x, this will be for sure positive or 0. Is positive or 0 always bigger than minus 5? So it's guaranteed for all values of x, right? If it's guaranteed for all values of x, then the answer is all real numbers. The answer is simply all real numbers. Because for all real numbers, it's guaranteed that this will be positive, which will be for sure bigger than minus 5. Okay? So that's it from minus infinity to infinity. From minus infinity to infinity, all real numbers. That's it. The solution is all real numbers. Any value of x is okay, is acceptable, positive or negative, because it's for sure bigger than, for sure it will be bigger than minus 5, because it's positive anyway. Positive or 0 anyway, isn't it? So for sure it's bigger than minus 5. So if you have here negative, the absolute value, there's no steps. Bigger than means all real numbers. If this was a smaller than, like the previous example, it means no solution. So these are the special cases you need to be aware of.